welcome to our review of the penultimate episode of Fallout Season 2. This is Episode 7, The Handoff, which happens in the episode, and a lot revealed. Another really, really good episode, in my opinion. See, this is going extremely well. It just takes me back to the days of Season 1 where people were giving us shit. It's like, there's something missing here. It could be a little better. Yeah. And this is exactly what it is. I think Season 2 is superior to Season 1 so far. It's got me more interested, at least as a gamer. There are a ton of Easter eggs. If you love the Fallout New Vegas game, then you're loving this so far. And I really am. So we get several, what do you call it, the character arcs that kind of resolve, or not really resolve, but come to fruition. Maximus has always wanted to be this knight that people have looked up to, and he finally gets to do it with this modified T-45B armor, though it is got branding. Branding is powerful. He's got the NCR brand. So this is the NCR power armor. He arrives with Thaddeus and Coop, our ghoul, who equips himself with a fucking gauze rifle. At least I think it's the gauze rifle. It's been a while. And they go in there and handle the death claws in order to get at House. And Thaddeus gives the cold fusion to Coop. He wanted to save this for a really good person. Unfortunately, that's going to have to wait because Coop has a plan for it. He's going to give it to a really bad person. Well, he could have been referring to himself, but he's referring to, I think, House. Activates House. Activates a thing that we've seen before. Okay, shut up now, little pit boy. And we get the reveal of House on the TV screen, just like in Fallout New Vegas. We get fucking severed heads controlling. Was that the same lady, by the way? I can't fucking see. Is it the senator lady? Okay. Yes. So we get the President of the United States. It's Clancy Brown.
It's Mr. Krabs.
Yes. Mr. Krabs. It's fucking Lex Luthor. So he plays the greediest people of all time. And essentially when I heard that, I was like, no, don't give it to that. You're giving it to the Enclave. And I don't know whether this senator lady who's good at heart and empathetic seems either she's being duped and she's just
she is, because how else would you have your head chopped off like that?
Okay,
I think she meant well, but trusted the wrong people.
There you go.
And that's what happened, and then they're using her now.
I mean, when you trust the president, it's a good bet, but unfortunately he's a part of the Enclave faction. The shadowy organization, and that's how the cold fusion ends up. So we come full circle with Season 1, essentially there. But now we are looking ahead to the future. Now that House has woken up, he has cold fusion. Ghoul is betting on House in some ways. Like, I only know one man that can kind of get through this who's, been able to do some really crazy things, and maybe he can help. So Coop is putting, I guess, his faith in a House. Meanwhile, Lucy didn't expect this, but I guess we should have expected it because Lucy has
a good heart.
A good heart, and she sees people essentially acting right and not killing each other. And she was getting this temptation last episode. It comes full circle here. And at a point, I think she's convinced maybe I can be okay with this. When he mentions that they can stop the Legion, she realizes, because this guy was in the Legion killing people before, now he's mopping floors and saying, hey, watch your step. And she's like, maybe this could be a good thing. But as soon as the NCR guy shows up, and he's essentially a butler, and she asks him a question like, hey, do you remember anything from before? And she realizes, again, I mean, Hank already told her that's what it does, is amnesia. But I guess she finally realizes it, absorbs it, that maybe she's not okay with this. Because it kind of wipes everybody's life. Yep. And so you're really not really yourself. You're just an automaton kind of thing. And then she decides to chain up her dad and take down this device that controls people's head. That's when we get the reveal of the Futurama head in the fucking bucket thing with House's little unit. I don't know if this is the exact unit that House had or if they just did a recreation of the unit in the Enclave, but that is how somehow this has been operating because, apparently I guess it needs somebody's brain waves in order to operate all these automatons. Maybe, I don't know. But so
Use
that's
a nice lady. I guess
she goes to shut it down, and I guess the reveal is that's the thing she has to shut down instead of it being like a mainframe or something or some
got the feeding
machine.
tube.
Yeah. So a lot revealed. And so, of course, we get an action scene with the Death Claws. We get the NCR armor going up against the Death Claws. I'm like, okay, Coop with a Gauss rifle and one NCR modified salvage power armor could probably take a Death Claw. And then 2 more show up, and it's like, oh, fuck, we're in trouble.
Yeah, we
now.
thought Thaddeus was going to be in there, but it was pretty funny what happened to him. But.
What is going on with Thaddeus, Joe? What do you think?
He's not a ghoul. He's something
not.
else.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, he's like, this is normal, right? Then he's got a fucking mouth here.
Ah, that's so fucking gross.
even
Coop's like,
yeah, he's disgusted. He's like, yeah. No.
He doesn't say anything.
You can see it in his face. Like, that's not normal.
So I really like this
He's
too
falling
because
apart. Yeah.
I think where they're headed with it is Harold from the Fallout universe. Harold was basically one of 2 guys exploring the military enclave vault. I forget which one it was, 34 or something like that, and they found the FEV virus in there. And Grace fell into the vat, became the mastermind, mutated into the master, and that was the villain in Fallout 1. Meanwhile, Harold, through exposure to the FEV, became a different kind of mutant. Not really a super mutant, but his own version of a mutant. And throughout the games, Harold, kind of was his own thing. And I tried to look it up. Harold's arm falls off. But that happens in Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, which was a terrible Xbox spinoff. So I'm like, wow, they're really digging and using all the different lore because that game is considered an aberration and not really canon. But that's when his arm falls off. And so I think that this is similar to that. It doesn't have to be exactly because Harold ends up growing into a tree. And he's living hundreds of years. And at the end of Fallout 3, you can either, help Harold, and this could be a symbol of growth in the new Fallout universe, or you can kill Harold and, mercy kill that.
Put him out of his misery.
Put him out of his misery. So maybe Thaddeus, who is our new Harold, except for instead of a tree, he's got gross mouths growing on him and
limbs falling off.
Falling off. So I think he's modified FEV virus. That guy injected him. The chicken fucker injected him with something. So really great episode. Moving us forward here. We get the wedding. So finally we get something with the vault. We get the vault moving forward on both fronts. What'd you call it?
Chet finally grew a backbone. He'd be like, I do not.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is like, not only is she a murderer, she's worse.
What?
Canadian.
What? Everybody's freaking out.
Because it's funny, because he's like, hey,
she's 200 years old.
What is it? Woodley is gone.
Dead, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she has something to do with it. I found the glasses. Nobody believes him. It's like, oh, you just have cold feet. It's like, she's Canadian? I'm like, wait, okay.
And honestly, I love Canadians. Every time I go there, they're fucking awesome when I go to conventions and stuff, and I just love Canada. But I realized, oh shit, in the Fallout universe, Canadians have been fucking oppressed and done wrong by Americans.
Yeah,
we eventually evaded them pre-war for the resources, and they were suppressing the people. And so you see, I mean, the show actually started, I was like, did I put on the right fucking show? Because it was kind of like in a different style. These 2 blonde women just running around, and there's gunfire in the background. And this was America, basically fucking, killing Canadians or suppressing Canadians. She was possibly part of the freedom fighters.
She was in the internment camp. Uranium internment camp.
Yeah. And her mother basically told her, hey, her mother's not going to make it out. She's
your
like,
way to the top.
do whatever you can. Fucking kill people. I don't give a shit.
God won't judge you.
God won't. This is fucked up because, I mean, turns her into a mega bitch.
These are just Americans.
To be fair, I'm sure they were done wrong by Americans. She's like, don't look at them as humans. Look at them as Americans. I was like, oh, fuck. And the first thing she does is cut an American dude and takes his baked beans or something. He cuts his neck and grabs his can of beans. And and then she also kills a fucking border patrol agent,
hey,
a customs
sweetie,
guard.
where's your passport?
Yeah, so she is crazy. She is out of control. And so it's going somewhere interesting. I didn't really care about Stephanie, whatever her name is, Steph, and she... But, okay, so this adds intrigue, and this finally we get a reveal there. She's fucking Canadian. Great line. She runs because everybody's like, whoa, freaking out. They chase her into it, but she was already running towards the Overlord's chambers. We probably have a more secure door there. Yes. I don't know if that was her plan or if she's just freaking out. It looks like she's just freaking out, and they're like, open up, open up. It's like, what was her plan? And previously, the water stuff came to a head here. Betty cannot deal with this no more. They're not allowed to take showers. They are not allowed to even flush the fucking toilet, which, is gross as fuck. But they have no, such low water. That's what you got to do. And she says, all right, Hank, you and your secrets. She opens up her vault, and she's got Hank's keepsakes in a box. And she transfers it over. Mm-hmm. She says, you got me. You said you'd give me 50% of your water resources. Let's do it. And she's like, okay, you'll get your water. Well, number one, now that this has happened, the Canadian reveal, is she going to get her water? Is she going to take over Vault 32?
I think she's just going to advance in her plot a lot faster now, which the virus to get to the other 32 or 33.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, man, is there a button? Well, is there something in that keepsake that she can plug into Vault 32, hit a button, and everybody in that vault...
That's what I was assuming as well.
Can get gassed or something with FEV, I think is one potential thing. What happened to Woody? We see Woody.
He's dead.
We don't see Woody. You think Woody's dead? I'm thinking either she's saving him for like an experiment and we'll see Woody as a super mutant later, or he's just straight up dead.
I think
he's just straight up dead.
Dead.
Now, there were two things in this episode that kind of knocked me out. Some little stretches of disbelief. If you don't think about it, it's great. But unfortunately, I watched it twice and I thought about it. It's like, why the fuck would you put the goddamn glasses in the goddamn garbage disposal?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, that's not smart. No, that's not how garbage disposals work.
Yeah, the sink wouldn't be flooded. Whatever.
It's like, so, but yeah, whatever. It's like he could have found it anywhere in the trash or something. I just wish it was kind of, but it's, I guess, more visually interesting. It's like, what's happening? And then the second thing is when the ghoul meets back up with the boys, he takes them to an NCR camp. And there's just all the best, most advanced weapons lying around. You're telling me that the NCR left this area, even though Legion is active in the area, and their best armor's hanging out there. They got a Gauss rifle. They got a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher.
Yeah, everything's there.
And I'm like, the ghoul just walks right in. So that doesn't make sense. But I'll allow because it makes for the scene. You get this cool NCR branded armor, and they get to have the triumphant moment walking around in Freeside, and everybody's cheering for him. They remember the old NCR. They're nostalgic for it.
I mean, something simple like a keypad, and him just going like,
that
would have been. That's all you have to do, and be like,
boom, because he's old, and so he knows these things.
Or he was friends with them.
And deals, So I just need these tiny little things, but. We're already operating at a high level. I think the acting is great. The intrigue is there. The Easter eggs and the faithfulness to the lore, the props and authenticity continue to be amazing. I even like the interplay between Lucy and her father. He's like trying to help her stop him. She's like, "How do I stop you?" And he's like, "Well, we have to do this and that." Like a father-daughter. He still has that in him. Even though obviously he gets pissed when she defies him. But I thought it was fantastic. Did you guys like this episode?
Yeah, I really liked it. All the points you basically just said. We do get like a little bit of the Norm stuff, but not enough to really affect this episode.
Oh, I forgot about the Norm. What happened there,
it's
Joe?
Pretty he just wakes up. He finds out that they're like, well, we got to kill him. It's protocol. And he finds out about the virus, and he's trying to send out a message to Lucy.
That was pretty stupid.
Dad.
He could have got out. But he's like, I got to do something first.
The love interest or whatever she is, like, hey, we got to get out of here. It's like, hey, let me make a call. It's like, these motherfuckers are just right outside. They capture him again. It's like, okay.
What was his message?
Just to Lucy or the dad saying he's in the surface level.
Okay.
But he was kind of curious. He's like, what are you going to do to my vault?
Yeah. Oh, right. He wants to protect the people in his vault. What are you doing to the vault?
Just like, real quick too.
Do you think this message they're gonna get it? Because I mean, it seems like Lucy and Hank are busy.
They didn't get it because she was like driving around the tunnel, like learning to drive while the message is going on. Unless it's recorded and then
because
saved,
or it's in a different time
or saved
period.
Or something.
We don't see Hank, so it's entirely possible that as he's going down the hallway, he hears his son and go, and then he says something because it's the only way that Norm gets out of this. All of those people are Hank,
right?
Like they worked for Hank, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, this is your son. Yeah, well, we won't murder him.
We won't murder."
And then Hank can also show up in the mainframe with an oven door attached to his hand and go, "Oh, you're gonna kill her, Lucy?" And then explain why there's a head in there. So it's like.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. That he can use that to disarm Lucy.
Yeah.
Is like Norm is going to die, and she's going to be like, "Oh, my brother, I can't. We got to focus on that." Okay, yeah, that sounds great. So even that annoying plot line is somewhat coming to fruition. I did think that instead of him sending a message, I think it was like one more thing I got to do. I thought he was going to release the fucking rad roach
to have them kill.
You know, to do some kind of distraction, but I know that's coming because we've seen it in the trailer, so that's probably what he's going to do in order to help
to escape.
Escape. But yeah.
I thought it was okay. I didn't think that this one was fantastic. I was really disappointed in the Deathclaw thing. I thought we were going to get like a bigger action sequence. Maybe again for the second time that it's the finale and that's the big thing because the fight was interrupted, but I thought that the ghoul like Coop and him we would have had like a more epic scene.
Does seem like their choreographer for action is average at best. It's like we're not gonna get like crazy things, and maybe there's a limitation with the fucking.
I mean, it's all CG
armor.
It's
shit.
expensive.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna do like kind of a tag team attacks and stuff like that, but they're just like,
cool.
hey, just
like an extended fight
just
sequence,
like you
with
hold them
slow-mo
off
and stuff like
and
that.
then
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, however many episodes ago, the first time I saw the Death Claws, super disappointed. I'm just hoping that eventually we get a satisfying scene. I'm still waiting for a satisfying scene.
I think this
next
is it. Yeah, I think that's what we're getting.
I hope so.
There's two more.
Yeah, there's one more. There's only one more episode.
This is the last episode.
I meant the Death Claws.
Oh yeah, there's two more Death Claws. And there's only
two
one more
more
episode to resolve it.
Yeah.
The house thing was interesting. I was hoping for. I know it's exactly what it's supposed to be. He shows up on the screen, but I don't know. I felt like
a little underwhelmed for you.
Yeah, it's just like everything, every scene. I just felt like everything was just okay, and I want to be amped for the finale, and then this one was like, oh, everything was pretty good, and there's nothing wrong with everything being pretty good. Like I if everything in your life is pretty good, everything's that's great.
Yeah,
but I was hoping for a little more. I didn't get the big reveal. Like I still don't necessarily care about the vault stuff. I know we're finally getting to someplace interesting, and I'm excited to be done with the 1.7 seasons of not interesting vault stuff. Norm and this other
and Betty
and all that shit. And so hopefully we're getting to someplace good. So I think it's a pretty good episode. I was just hoping to be like super pumped. Like, oh, how are they going to resolve this? And it didn't end up there.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. However, because there's only one episode left, I think we are going to end on okay. It's not going to end on, oh, this is a fucking amazing, whoa, that was super satisfying, or, oh, my God, this was a fucking disaster with a piece of shit season, sophomore slump. I think we ended on, hey, this is pretty good. You know, because we don't have enough time in order to introduce and take care of the Enclave. We don't have time to introduce, oh, here comes Ron Perlman with all his big super mutant buddies. No, that's not going to happen. This is literally just the resolution of we're getting to Fallout New Vegas. We're kind of exploring those characters, resolving the Hank stuff with Lucy and Hank. And the vault mystery that started the whole series, which is very true to the lore and all, because all these vaults have mysteries. I think hopefully by the end, I want to know what the fucking mystery is with the Vault 31, 32, 33. I mean, we already know that there's buds, right? And then we got these 2 vaults that cooperate. But what is this keepsake secret plan?
The virus.
That made the FEV, right? Something having to do with that. So I expect that to be revealed in the next episode. I'll be pissed off if it isn't. But it looks like Steph is in a pretty desperate position right here. She's gonna either get her head ripped off by all the fucking Americans who hate Canadians, or she's going to unleash whatever is in that box. So that does come to, fruition.
Yeah, my guess is like that's another one of those like atomic, like the little switch that Hank had at the beginning, the nuke bomb, but this one just sets off the gas.
Yeah, I think there's FEV in there or something.
Something that
because it seems like
deals with Vault 32.
Hank has connections. There's theories that Hank wasn't talking to House on, hey, I'm here or whatever, that he's talking to the Enclave, and so he does seem to have some Enclave technology.
Yeah, and they made it clear, too, in the flashback that they actually did talk to each other,
Who?
Steph and Hank.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit,
they-
I forgot
so-
about that.
so-
That's right.
That's
she has
probably
the
how
job.
she had the connection to get into Vault Tech, because she was trying to get into Vault Tech.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, well, I know his plan. He was doing this. He's like, I need this to execute the plan.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and she's got the perfect thing. She knows they're going to be diverting water, so she's got the mechanism to deliver whatever she needs to over there and like get this thing going.
right.
And so it's like we've set that up, and so I want that to be resolved so we get somewhere good. We'll resolve Lucy, because I mean you got to save the princess. I mean
Yep.
they even put her in a yellow dress.
So let's see. So is it? But then Norm needs saving. Lucy needs saving, and Norm needs saving. I don't know.
Hank can immediately just save him by
Okay.
picking up the microphone and go like, "Hey Norm, it's your dad, me, Hank McClane," and they go,
then-
"Oh my God, it's Hank McClane.
Right.
We all work for that guy." And
Okay.
Or
and then
like
Maximus,
you said, him and the girlfriend release the roaches and then they escape.
Yeah, you can do that as well. And then Maximus and Coop show up to save the princess in the castle, Lucy. But going back, so that was the third one. I forgot. So I said, there's 2 things that bother me in the episode. The glasses in the fucking garbage disposal and the NCR armor just sitting around. All these high-tech weapons were just abandoned. Yeah. The third one is, unfortunately, Steph. When the camera revealed that the fucking hotel lady is Steph, and she's like, hey, how do I get into the vault? And Coop's like, get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck about vault tech. You don't want none of this. And then he's like, talk to that guy. And Hank's all like drunk. And it's like, really? So of all the people in Canada,
She
she just so happened to go to Las
knew
Vegas.
the meeting was going to happen,
And
so I'll give her
the
that.
president just so happened
I'll
to
give
be.
her that all the
and Coop
powerful
just-
people are going to be there. So maybe she wanted to
And then
rub elbows
She
with
ends
somebody.
up in the same vault with all this other stuff. I'm like, God damn it.
it's one of the only places that needs hospitality workers. They probably don't check a lot of papers. So
That's-
it's like
yeah.
I actually don't mind this reveal. I just wish this reveal had happened at the end of season 1 or something, because
Okay.
I've been bored of Steph this entire. We're at the end of season 2, and I've been bored of her to death.
And
Yeah,
Norm-
she's been like creepy and bitchy, but it's like, give me something interesting.
But
so
now
you're
I'm
thinking,
saying now,
okay,
now this
that's
is getting
something interesting.
this is
Yeah.
getting interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
shit,
Norm's
okay.
still not interesting, so hopefully we get somewhere with him. But
Yeah. Well, Norm's just trying to do the right thing and getting beat up for. He's an idiot. All right, well, let's go final verdicts on it.
Still pretty good. It's 8, consistent 8 for me. I like a lot of the Max and the goal scenes, the Lucy and Hank.
good.
I like that stuff. There was a little bit more depth with Stacy or Stephanie,
Yeah.
so that kind of helped out. Yeah, I was like, fuck.
whatever.
Uh, R.I.P. for Woodley. I think that's the last we're ever going to see of him. But
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's as low as a 6. I think it's better than above average. So I think it's 7. I think it's pretty good. I I just expected to be a little bit more excited about things, right before the finale. And some of the reveals, I think, were a little muted for me. And that just could be, I'm not, jiving with how they chose to direct this episode.
I'm between an 8 and a 9. I think the boys bring up Alex bring a good point. I would or Joe. Where a little bit more satisfying fight with the Death Claws probably would have helped a lot. Amp that action scene up, take it to 11. The action scene was running at about an 8, something like that. The episode started kind of crazy. I was like, am I watching the right thing? But it leads somewhere good. I liked it. Also love I just love Coop, man. He's just a fun guy to be around. Because the ghouls all trying to be like, hey, man.
He doesn't want anyone around, though.
Just a couple of ghouls, right? And he's like, get the fuck out of here. Just shut up. He's like, yeah, we're just talking about ghoul stuff. And just the interplay, the subtleness of the acting from Walter Goggins is great. Like, there's just so much. It's so rich even when he's not even speaking. And that's when you got good actors and you got good characters and they're interacting in interesting ways. I think I'm more forgiving of, my expectations weren't super high over here with massive action and action scenes, but I could see how some people would be disappointed with the Deathclaw fight. It's Deathclaw's fight not over. He does get knocked through the gate, and he's like,
again,
fuck.
that stupid paper-thin gate.
Yeah, the paper-thin gate.
Those Deathclaws could just fucking push it, do a tail whip like they did, and bust it open.
So what happens with now that Vegas is fully powered up, if there's sentry guns that turn on and immediately save the citizens, I would immediately take a point off the finale. Because then it's just like...
What, you think if they walk in there, Freeside has sentries?
Well,
no,
now that he's put in infinite power into Vegas, and it was planned to be this like fortress city.
That sounds great. Why would that be a negative?
Oh, I would immediately, because that means that we've done nothing good with Deathclaws this entire season, and they were killed by sentries, and so we don't get an action sequence.
Just fucking monstrous beasts. And I'm not really expecting them to be the main villain or threat,
But it's like you set up, it's a major action set piece, and they've done nothing with that potential.
As long as there's an action scene with a Deathclaws that is coming that's satisfying, and then we fire at the rest of the Deathclaws. But it seems like there's only 2. If there were multiple Deathclaws, you turn it into Starship Troopers with fucking 10 of them, then sure, we can have the fucking sentries, but I don't think there's any sentries coming. So I'm gonna I was between an 8 and a 9, and I think I'm safe with an 8. We got the big reveal of House at the end, so that has a lot of potential for the final bit here. So 1 episode left. We'll give you a rating for that one, and then the season as a whole. As we move in to the finale here next week. And it's interesting because it's very odd that Amazon decided to change the release schedule of these 2. So normally what was happening is they were releasing, if you stay up super fucking late, on Tuesday night, then into Wednesday morning at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. is when the episodes were dropping. Well, now they decided to move it into prime time. So it was like it opened at Tuesday, 8 p.m. our time, Central. So these last 2 episodes, they just moved into prime time. So it's like, is that a reaction because there was online chatter that's, hey, these aren't getting viewed very well. The views are way down from season 1. And it could be because of their release strategy. They decided to go weekly instead of dumping them all at once. And people are like, I don't want to. I'm going to wait until the end. And maybe Amazon is like knee-jerking a reaction. Well, what if you don't wait until the end and you watch it on prime time when everybody's flipping through channel? They think maybe that'll help. I don't think that's going to help. I think you just either dump them all at once.
Yeah, or multiple.
Or do multiple, like Star Wars didn't do that. They were doing 3 or a movie in a little separate arc.
I'm fine with 3s because if you have separate arcs and things are satisfying, because not every episode of a TV show is gonna be good, and sometimes it's not filler, but there's down times, and if you immediately can watch the next one, it doesn't sting as much when you're like, man, that episode wasn't great, and I have to wait a whole week to get to that other thing, and so it's like they have to figure out something because this weekly.
Yeah, I'm curious how they'll do it.
Yeah, because if you have 2 of those that kind of like low, it'll be like, I'll just probably wait till it's over.
But then that's just 4 weeks. If they're releasing 2 episodes every week, then you only get 4 weeks of stringing people along. Curious what they'll do in season 3. Will they dump them all at once, or will they? Well, we could talk more about that in the finale. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be it. We'll see you here February 3rd or 4th for hopefully a satisfying conclusion. And to me, this is one of the better streaming shows that we're watching. And it's really awesome because it's based on a video game. So that's our wheelhouse, one of the best video game adaptations on TV as well. So it's always good because we get some bad movie stuff. And we'll see. We'll see if that'll change here. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. Let us know, what do you think is in this conclusion? Do you think the Enclave are going to show up, super mutants, or do you think it's probably localized to just resolving the mind, zombie thing with Hank and getting people in one spot, basically everybody together for season 3? And I can't imagine what season 3 is. I think that season 3 would probably continue with the Fallout New Vegas kind of theme and stay around Vegas. I don't think they'd all right, now we're all going to Appalachia. I don't think yet. That maybe for 4 or 5 or something.
They built the sets. I mean, they want to get some juice out of it. And we've seen so little of the Legion. The
Legion, I completely forgot about that.
So it's I don't think we're going to get a resolution of all the things that we've listed. Otherwise, it's going to be, I think, unsatisfying to me because we get little bits. So I think we kind of have to stay in Vegas. Otherwise,
I think there's Macaulay Culkin footage that we haven't yet seen.
I thought so, too.
So the Legion does have to factor in the final episode as well. Okay.
Then more Vault stuff for next season.
I don't think more Vault stuff. Because we've already done the Vault. Oh, they find a new Vault is what you mean. And then there's new experiment going on.
Well, I hope. I wish we could do almost like a new Vault every season, but I think we're getting more of Steph's.
How do you think they're going to end it? Yeah, because they can't just end it next season or next episode.
Yeah. I think this is a 5-season franchise, so I'm kind of thinking where they can go by that. We got to do the Super Mutant and we got to do the Enclave, but there's not enough time to do it next episode is what I'm saying. Yeah. So that will factor into
introduction at the very end. Bye. And then
right. Either the Enclave show up and they've got their cool-ass power armor or something.
And then fade to black.
Fade to black. All right, guys. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.